There are moments when we wake up from a nightmare and still feel fear for several seconds. The heart beats faster, the body feels tense, and we sincerely believe something terrible has happened. But slowly awareness returns, reality becomes clear, and we understand that nothing actually happened. It was only a dream. The fear disappears almost instantly. This reaction to past dreams is completely normal. The mind creates images, emotions, and danger that feel real, even when they are not. However, there's another kind of nightmare that affects people even more deeply. The nightmares of the future that we create ourselves through overthinking, anxiety, and imagined fear. Human psychology has a tendency to simulate danger. Before an important meeting, conversation, or event, the mind begins producing endless what-if scenarios. What if I am late? What if they reject me? What if I make a mistake? What if something goes wrong? What if an accident happens? The number of possible negative outcomes becomes unlimited. This process feels like preparation, but in reality, it is often just anxiety and mental stress. The brain generates imaginary threats that do not exist in the present moment. We experience fear, tension, and emotional exhaustion, even though nothing has actually happened. Philosophy and psychology both suggest that the human mind struggles with uncertainty. When the future is unknown, the brain tries to predict danger to maintain control. From an evolutionary perspective, this mechanism helped humans survive real threats. But in modern life, this same system often produces excessive worry and overthinking. The problem is simple: future fears rarely become reality. Just as nightmares disappear when we wake up, imagined disasters usually never occur. Yet we still pay for them in advance, with emotional energy, anxiety, stress, and inner tension. This constant psychological pressure has consequences. When the mind becomes exhausted by worry, emotional control weakens. A person becomes irritable, reacts aggressively, argues with others, or experiences mental fatigue. Relationships suffer, focus disappears, and mental clarity declines. In this way, imagined fears create real damage. The danger is not the future itself, but the emotional reaction to something that does not exist. We suffer from events that never happen. Philosophy of life and Stoic thinking teach a different approach. Focus on reality, not imagination. Instead of generating endless negative scenarios, attention should remain on present action and rational thinking. Mental clarity appears when we separate facts from assumptions. Letting go of past nightmares is natural. We already know they were unreal. The same principle can be applied to the future. Imagined catastrophes are only mental constructions, not reality. Personal growth begins when we recognize how the mind creates its own fear. By reducing overthinking, controlling attention, and focusing on real events rather than imagined threats, a person preserves inner balance, emotional stability, and mental energy. The greatest psychological relief comes from a simple realization. Most of the nightmares we suffer from are the ones we create ourselves.